Hi everyone, welcome to another episode on Strategica channel. Today we're going to be talking about another debt repayment method, and this one is called the Debt Avalanche Method. Do stay tuned if you want to hear more about it. Well, to our returning subscribers, thank you so much for the support, and for all the new viewers, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time we post new content. So today we're talking about the Debt Avalanche Repayment Method, and this method, personally, I like it because it also gives you savings, and savings come in the form that we repay the loan, or we could say the debt, with the highest amount of interest rate first, and which leads to savings. We'll discuss the savings when we move on to our practical example, but let me just explain how it works. So the first thing that we have to do is to actually organize our debt according to our interest rate. So the one with the highest interest rate, gets paid up first, followed by the other one, and then so on and so forth until your last debt is paid off. So in our example, we'll be dealing with three debts. So let's hop on to the example and explain how it works. With the Debt Avalanche Repayment Method, the main thing is for us to actually order, the first step is to order our debts according to the interest rate. So we have the first one, which is our clothing account, which has a 22.5% interest rate on that one, and then followed by our credit card at 18%. So that would be the second one, and then the third one would be our car loan that's sitting at 11%. So remember, with this type of method, it does not matter what the balance on each of these debts is. The main thing is we start paying off the debt with the highest interest rate. The different jars here represent the outstanding balance on the different debts. So each black suite represents 1,000. So in here we have 70,000, and for this credit card we have 20,000 outstanding on the credit card, and we want to pay it off within the next year. And this clothing account as well, we want to pay it off in the next year. And unfortunately, I didn't know that if I paid it back within 6 months, it was interest free. So I took the 12-month option, thinking that maybe paying off the 11,000 on this one would be easier, but it comes with a catch of the interest rate. So please do look out for those types of conditions when it comes to the different debt agreements that you have with the different financial institutions. So all in all, those are our debts. So ka kgwedi, I have the minimum payments which I'm making. So the car loan, we are making 2,300. Each red suite represents 100. So we have 2,300 here, and towards the credit card we are making a payment of 1,800, and towards the clothing account we are making a payment of 1,000 rand. So we want these two to be paid off in the year, and then this one we still have a long way to go with regards to this one. So we still have something like around a few years on this one. So after this month, after I did my whole budgeting, we will link it up here. So after I did my 50, 30, 20 budgeting, this month I found out that I had some extra money. Even though you'll see if you watch the video on the budgeting, it's actually quite flexible, but I was able to make 300. So each suite represents 50. So I have 300 saved up, or money that I could use towards savings or investing, or to pay my debt. So for me, my goal is to actually punch this debt, get it down so that I can focus on other financial goals. So with this 300, what happens is we are saying that now we make extra payments towards the debt with the highest interest rate. And then that means instead of just paying the 1,000 towards the closing account, I'll be paying 1,300. And then this means that I'll be paying this debt sooner than the 1 year that was my target, and meaning that I'm going to save on interest. So the way that interest works is that every single payment we make towards our debt gets split between the interest and the principal amount, or the outstanding balance. So by making extra payments towards your payment, you actually pay off the principal amount quicker. And if you pay it quicker, it means the interest also goes down. So that gives you a saving and a motivation to know that we have actually paid down this debt much quicker. So once this debt is paid off, we move on to the next one with the next highest interest rate, which would be our credit card. So if this gets paid off within probably 8 months or so, then it means we would have paid it up faster than we had initially thought. And that means extra payments that go towards paying off our credit card. With the clothing account paid sooner, which is actually in less than a year than we had initially anticipated, we take the payments, which was the minimum payment of 1,000 and the 300 that we found in our budget, and use it to make extra payments towards our credit card. So this means instead of just making the 1,800 towards the credit card, we'll now be making an additional 1,300, giving us a total contribution of 3,100, or payment of 3,100 that we'll be making towards the credit card. So now this becomes your new payment that goes towards your credit card. So remember, like I said, the reason why this debt payment method is important is that it gives you savings when it comes to the credit or the interest on the outstanding balance. So the sooner you pay off the debt, the less interest you pay, and the more money you make back into your pocket. And remember, we are all about the ching. So we want to make sure that you save or pay off your debt as quickly as possible to make sure that you make extra savings on your interest payments. So the same thing would apply once this debt is paid off. Now this amount, which is the 3,100, which was the minimum payment going towards the credit card and the clothing account, plus the additional 300 that we're able to make on our that we're actually able to make after we did our budget, and we found that we had 300 left over. We add it up, and that becomes an additional payment that would go on top of the minimum monthly payment that we are making towards our car loan. And very soon we would have this loan also paid off, meaning that we are able to pay each and every debt much sooner than we had anticipated. So in the end, this will actually be the amount of payment that we are making towards the car loan, and in the end, which means that we're going to pay off our car loan much sooner than anticipated. So in summary, the debt avalanche method, like we said, works with ordering your debts according to the interest rate on the actual debt, and making sure that we start with the debt with the highest interest rate. And we said this is different from our Snowball repayment method, which we have linked up here, which only orders our debts according to size. And with this one, we said we start paying actually the one with the lowest balance on first, and then we work our way towards the top. So like I said, the biggest advantage of the debt avalanche method is that it provides you savings when it comes to interest. The sooner you pay your debt within the specified period of time, and actually pay it in a time that is less than the stipulated contractual time, the more savings you will make towards paying off that debt sooner. So do remember, these are a few tips that we share with you on this channel, but if you need further assistance, please contact us. We will leave our website details below where you can book your consultation, and we can try assist you with your finances. Well, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.